Hey guys, your Rookie, I'm back in another video, and today we're going to be talking about my Money in the Bank picks, but we're also going to put a little bit of sprinkles of a ramble in there when we talk about TKO. As you guys know, WWE was bought out by TKO, the people that do UFC and all that good stuff. And honestly, going into it, everybody was so excited for a change. Everybody was excited for something different because TKO and UFC was very a lot of people were liking whatever UFC was going on, everything that was going on that side of it. But I will say this, I think TKO's business is not, it doesn't transfer over to WWE well, because WWE is a different entity. It's something entirely different from regular sports. It's entirely something different than regular entertainment. So it's important how you integrate your business models with WWE. And as we're seeing now, it's kind of a weird, it's not rubbing the fans right. And honestly, you would think that a big corporation, because you know a lot of people like big corporations, believe it or not, people like big corporations. Just because it's a big corporation does not mean that people are going to hate it. Instead, it's the opposite. So now when you're seeing all these people's opinions on TKO being the wrong opinion, it's pretty surprising to me. But then that really shows that it's not really a me thing. It's not me being extra. It's not me nitpicking. But it's an actual issue. It's an actual thing that needs to be addressed. Of course, I honestly don't think, unless we decide to boycott and not go to any WWE shows and barely watch, I don't think anything's going to change their partnership unless something from a bigger superstar says something. Unless there's a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean levels of unseen pushback comes. And if there's no pushback like that, they're gonna continue doing what they've been doing because it's making them money. I see that they've been making a lot of profit, and then the whole the seats for live events is insane. Like, I have just now started getting into it, but I've I talked to some people and they're talking about how the prices are insane. Now, it's Jaunt who be in the comments, he was talking about how the prices are insane, and that is interesting to me because I'm used to everything being insane. But for WWE to now make it for their hardcore fan base to not see the shows as much as they used to see it, even in counting inflation, I think they're going way over inflation. And then a lot of weird gimmicks that are rubbing people the wrong way and not truly utilizing the women's division as they should, because they're stuck on making a profit, which isn't wrong. But when you're trying to build a corporation, when you're trying to build different parts, especially a women's division, that's very important, especially now, because everybody needs the women's division. Believe it or not, like, the women's division could hold it down if they really wanted it to. And now I feel as though we're all waiting for Roman, because they're not trying to disrupt anything. They're not trying to take a risk. Instead, they're doing the same thing that they've been doing, that they know that's going to make them money. Because if we gonna keep it a bean, let's keep it a bean. What does Seth Rollins group remind you of? And I understand the irony of that. There's irony in that. Trust and believe, I know that. But it's to the point where you're just kind of replaying the same stuff over because you know it's going to be good. You know that you have a short hit. We need to disrupt things. WWE is about doing things out of the box and saying, like, that last minute, hey, you know what? We're going to do this instead. Oh, hey, we're going to do this instead. Like, to have sat on, and this is a personal thing, I ain't gonna front, this is personal, to sit on such a hot feud between Jade and Naomi and not truly have them had a face-to-face, have them do, like, even if it's because they're scared, they're wary of the kind of back and forth that they might have because Jade is slightly inexperienced, that don't mean nothing. Throw her to the wind. Like, when you see Naomi and how she goes as a wrestler, she usually looks out for the other person. And on the mic, that's not anything different. So if they actually wanted to showcase their women, they really could, because they could make money. You see the numbers on the feud, you see the numbers these feuds getting. So I just think they're just scared of actually taking risks, and then the talent is being treated less like how they used to be, because it's like a family type of business. And of course, I'm not saying bring back that man, because I don't believe that, but I think then you're gonna have some pushback on the talent if we don't get things together. R-Truth is really one of those people where it's like, who's gonna be your four lifers? Is there really gonna ever be WWE four lifers if they're not already retired? And I understand that that's not like a sound business model. Like, you're not gonna, corporations are not normally gonna be like, all right, you've been down, let me for life. Like, not all companies are gonna do that. And I understand a business like TKO is not gonna do that, but that don't matter. That you're in a different type of thing, a different type of organization, and the whole, we want to make bucks, we want to make money, keeping us in Vegas when we know that we're staying in Vegas because UFC got some stuff in Vegas. Like, if fans weren't privy to that information, like if it was like a slight thing, fans would not believe that it's for money, for profit. They would just think, oh, well, Vegas was pretty good, let's do it again. So I don't know, they're rubbing people a different type of way, and I think they should get their PR in check so fans feel less like we're being used to make y'all money, and the product is not it's not proportional. It's not going to be the give and take that's, you know, you usually have give and take, but right now it's feeling like we give more and you're not giving enough. You're not giving enough. We're gonna get to the Money in the Bank card, which 4 matches, guys, 4 matches. And we're going to start off with the men's Money in the Bank match. Who do I believe is going to win? Who do I believe is going to take it? I don't know. It's looking like Seth Rollins. And I say Seth Rollins because the story going forward gives Seth Rollins. You know, you see the main event. I believe it might be the main event. I don't know, because I think the women should main event if we keep it this day. But I don't think that's going to happen. So we're going to say the main event. It's a perfect opportunity for someone to cash in and for it to align with what's going on currently. The other person I'm thinking of is LA Knight. And LA Knight is not the type of man that would cash in like that. So if we're going to be honest, they're going for shock a lot of times. So I think Seth Rollins might be taking it out so he can do a Heist of a Century Part 2. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it might be a Drew McIntyre 2 years in a row. But who knows. Lyra versus Becky Lynch. I want Becky Lynch to win. I mean, goodness gracious, I think Becky Lynch is going to win due to the stipulation they have, which Lyra will have to raise her hand, sadly. Unless Bayley comes back, man. Unless Bayley comes back, I think I really want Lyra to win, period, point blank. Because Lyra, I just love that woman. I love her so much. She's given something that I love. The aura, everything about Lyra is so freaking cool to me. I would love to meet Lyra one day. She's the future of the division, man, I'm telling you. They need to keep their hands on Lyra, okay? Don't let her out y'all grips, please. Tag team main event match, Logan Paul and John Cena versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. I'm sorry. Gunther really has in my head this opinion of this tag team match that I can't get out because it's too true. Jey Uso has no business being in this tag team match. I don't care if Cody Rhodes is your friend. He has no business being in this tag team match at all. I don't know who's gonna win. I don't know. Honestly, it might be Logan. I don't know, man. It might be Jey and Cody. If we have a attempt on cash in, Roman is possibly returning. Now, I do have a little fantasy booking idea in my head, and I feel as though this is not my fault. I think John T continues talking about fantasy booking, so every time that I'm thinking of a match, I have a fantasy booking. I fantasy book that Grande is going to get unmasked at his AAA match and then make him disqualified because that's Chad Gable. And Chad Gable had a qualifying match and he didn't get in. And then instead, it's going to be a surprise entrance, vacant. We don't know who's going to be the other man in the Money in the Bank, and it's going to be Roman. And Roman takes it. And Roman takes Money in the Bank and wins. It just keeps the briefcase to stop Seth from having a briefcase and cashing in on Jey, because Jey is his cousin. That's what I think. But If that don't happen, man, we having a clean pin. We're not gonna have a clean pin. That whole main event breeds messy. Like, I don't care. It don't matter what happens in that men's Money in the Bank. I know that men's main event is going to be messy. For the women's Money in the Bank, the Money in the Bank that I am looking forward to the most, and I hope that I don't. I hope I get my hopes dashed in any type of way. And I'm just standing on the fact that a lot of the ops Naomi have are baby faces. So I'm hoping the baby faces stay in Atlanta baby faces and stay in the back where they belong. Now, this whole women's Money in the Bank match is stacked. Honestly, you see the women in here and they all deserve it. I feel as though they all will be able to play off well with one another. And these are matchups that I personally want to see. Like, I want to see she's on my brain. I'm sorry. I want to see Stephanie versus Naomi. I want to see a rematch of a Naomi and Rhea match, but I really want to see Naomi back on her actual wrestling bag. I don't want to see her doing I want her in her wrestling bag. I'm sorry. I do. I don't need her playing around. And especially if you're going to get somebody like Rhea, you're going to have to. A lot of these, like Rhea, Stephanie, those are matches you want to see. I want Naomi to win. Not only do I want her to win, I feel as though she's the one who deserves the most to win. Not only because I think it's her 5th Money in the Bank match, if I'm not mistaken, or 4th. No, I believe it's her 5th. And not only is her 5th Money in the Bank, but she's the one with the most character growth, like, everybody is so invested in the character she has. Everybody's so invested in the storyline due to that character change that Naomi has had over the past few months. And she has been showing something special. Not only has it been special in her character work, but also storyline wise, that Money in the Bank briefcase has caused her a lot of headache. And honestly, mixed in with a lot of the emotions that she's probably been having over that whole past year, her coming back, the Money in the Bank was probably a big influence on her heel turn, because who had the Money in the Bank? Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton was constantly taking away opportunities from her when she was this close. She was always this close, and Miss Tiffy Time was in the background stuck scheming. So it just writes itself. She will be the one that I need to win, and she the one I want to win, because it's Naomi, okay? The only one that should win is Naomi. Now, if I was going to pick another person that I want to win, there's nobody there. I'm sorry, there's nobody there, because I don't believe in the NXT women just coming in and then getting a title, or coming in and just getting something. And the fact that we had last year a NXT call-up have the Money in the Bank for the women's, I don't want to see it for the women's another year. Again, because there's a weird narrative that the younger talent needs to get the Money in the Bank. No, stop, no. So I just wanted to be Naomi. If I was going to think of another person, I would say Rhea, just because I want to see her design that briefcase differently. Because honestly, what would be different with her being Money in the Bank? Because she kind of gets her opportunities if she just acts nicely. So let me know who you guys think should win the Money in the Bank. Y'all let me know what you guys are thinking on Money in the Bank, and a little bit of what I rambled about in the beginning with TKO. So I thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.